So the first concept that I'm going to address is the more and less standards that are in grades K through 3. You have one more, one less, 10 more, 10 less, 100 more, 100 less, and so on and so forth. I've seen, like on Pinterest, a lot of teachers addressing this standard as a pattern standard. You go up 10, come down 10, and go over 10, that's 10 less, go over 10, and finding patterns. Well, that's not what the standard calls for. The standard actually is asking students to pay attention to the ones place, and it gets them ready for regrouping. So say for instance, in the ones place, you continue to add one more. And what happens when you have 9 and you add one more? So you have to bundle it and you create a 10 and you move it to the tens place. So now you have 10 more. So it's really a place value standard that teachers are supposed to be focusing on. And the vertical alignment is where students in first and second grade, they're exposed to this, so it trains their minds to look at those place values. And in third grade, they start to round and have to look at actual place value. What is happening to the tens place? Is it going up 10 or is it going down 10? And that's really what the standard is for. It's not a pattern standard. So to focus on place value with 10 more, 10 less, I'm going to draw a place value chart. And one of my things that I was big on when I taught first grade is not providing worksheets for them every time they had to write, because I have taught middle school and elementary, and children that are not able to write and they get an enormous amount of worksheets, they tend to fall behind when upper elementary, middle, and high school, because they have to take notes. And whether it be on a computer or not, they still have to be able to move a little bit more quicker, and it helps with their fine motor skills. So I have my students draw a place value chart, and I have them label it ones and tens. Now, the next thing that we do is focus on a number. This can be done through number of the day. So we're focusing on the number 23. So what will happen, let me make that a little better right here. So what will happen, you can have them write the number 23, or you can do this in a group, whole group. Kids are on the floor and you're modeling it. So they're going to create the number 23. So you talk about place value. So in the ones place, how many ones are there? So the student should respond, there are 3 ones. Then you look in the tens place. How many groups of 10 do we have in the tens place? So there are 2 tens. And when the students are drawing them, we circle the tens because it lets us know that it's a group of 10. Now, when you're teaching 10 more, 10 less, so if you ask the students, well, what is 10 more than the number 23? So they should not be looking here. This is not the focus point, because they know that this is the ones place. And what it does, it trains them to look at, oh, we're here in the tens place. So what would be 10 more than the 2 tens that I have? If I add 10 more, so 10 more than 23 would be 33. Now, say for instance you want to use 10 less. It's the same concept. I'm going to erase this. Go ahead and erase that. So I'm going to write the number again. Our number is 23. So we write or represent 23. So we have our two groups of 10. So if I ask the students, well, what would be 10 less? We're not going to focus here, not in the ones place, because they know we're looking in a tens place. Well, less means that I'm going to remove one group of 10. So 10 less would be the number 13. And that's how place value can be reinforced and taught using number discs with those place values with more or less skills. It's not a pattern standard. It's more so, can the students conceptualize and then move it to this abstract portion? And I see it done on a hundreds chart, which is fine. However, it's not focusing on the place value portion. It's focusing on it being done in the pattern. And it's skipping over this portion right here where the kids can see the more or less. And also it helps with problem solving. So when children see, in a problem, it's talking about less, then I know I'm going to take something away or break it apart, or something is not going to be the same and it's going to decrease because they have seen the conceptual part of it.